Hi everyone, welcome to the Dune discussion.
I love Dune.
Dune.
Dune discussion.
Fear is the mind killer. I am Paul Atreides. With me is
Yeah, you're Paul Atreides.
You are not Paul Atreides.
I am. Listen, motherfucker. I've been on this Dune bandwagon since you were in diapers, boy. Okay, don't even come at me with that.
I've been doing this since I was 6 years old.
When I was 14 and a
false.
nerd, and everyone else was just like, "Oh, what the fuck is this gay shit, Dune? Oh, what? It's space politics? What the fuck?"
Hey,
But
JJ,
now
before we talk about
now
when we started this, how about we introduce ourselves, you motherfucker?
Yeah, sure. I'm fucking Sister Sheep, aka Jack, aka JJ. All right, go ahead.
I'm Marquise Black, aka Marquise Black, aka Marquise Black.
I
And
go
I'm
by so
Peter
many
Fernandez.
names. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
Yeah, I just cut you off. That's Peter Fernandez, aka
Peter.
Piter, aka the Dead Boy.
AKA the Mind Killer. I am fear itself.
Oh my god. So
But yeah, so JJ, you've been a Dune fan since you were 14 years old.
yeah, I've read all the books. Well, all the main Frank Herbert ones, not the asshole of his son, who just capitalizes on his dead father's name and just creates a bunch of Dune prequel books that are shitty, quite frankly.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been a Dune fan for the longest time. My actually first read, I didn't like it because I was like, the book is very like dry, like if you're familiar with prose, like there aren't a lot of prose or whatever. Like there's no like flowery descriptions of anything. It's very observational. But then I read it again when I was the year after. Shut up. The year after, and then I was like, oh, this is pretty good actually. And then I read it again, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna read this every year, and I have.
Hey, that's cool.
Wait, you read the book at least once a year?
Yeah, that and Lord of the Rings I read once a year.
You're
That's
a fucking
crazy.
loser, dude.
My girlfriend reads faster than me somehow, but I'm still
Like,
able to
I
crank out
get
these
it.
books.
Like, I
Isn't
get
that
it.
her major?
Yeah.
Was her
Well,
major?
no, because she was like, I'm gonna read Dune, and like she's had been saying it for like 3 months, and it was like 4 days before we were gonna see Dune, and it's like, all right, so you're not gonna read the book. Like 3 days later, she's like, read it. It's pretty good. And I was like, you read all of it? And I, me being me, I started quizzing her and shit, and I was like, holy shit, you fucking read it.
Jesus Christ. You
Yeah,
started
she was an
quizzing
English
her.
major.
She's insane. That's because well, depending on the paperback, some publications it's like 800 pages at least, including the appendix. She read the appendix too. I was like, holy shit. But
This man said depending on the paperback. What the fuck?
yeah. So
Really?
wait, hold on.
You got the book on you?
No, he got the books on him.
Oh, I see him in the background right now. Oh my god, this fucking nerd. Look at the and it's got blue and it's a blue paperback. Wait.
So I have 3 copies.
Show me
So
that
what-
one with the blue. Show me that one with the blue
Yeah,
paper.
this one is my favorite. But hold on, I have 3 copies. One of them is the early 2000s cover, which I gave to Stephanie, my girlfriend, but she lost it. But it's probably somewhere around the room. Then this is the mass paperbacks that they're producing now. So this one's about 800 pages or so. I think this one's about 700 or 600. But yeah, this is like the I think it's the 40th anniversary one, and it's got blue pages like
for the
Fremen
sandworms.
eyes. No, for the Fremen
for the
eyes.
sandworms.
No, not for
For
the.
the sandworms.
Nah, I think it's for the Harkonnen.
Oh, it's for the that makes sense. I mean
Shut
they're
the fuck
bald.
up.
They're bald, so.
But anyways, yeah, that's my nerdy little thing. So
I'm
I was.
one nerdy thing.
Yeah.
What's
Well, how do we want to start this? Because like obviously
well,
I
was
have.
saying like we just kind of go off first off our knowledge of the series prior to watching the movie.
All right, I'm a
So
huge
JJ.
nerd. I cannot wait till they get into book 4, if they ever get into book 4.
Dude, that's a ways away if they're
crazy.
dividing the first book
It's
into two
absolutely
parts.
like the first book. It's like pretty normal, and then Frank Herbert's like, "You want to see some crazy shit?" and then they do some
the
crazy
God
shit.
Emperor thing is so weird.
Oh yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. The God
Yeah.
Emperor shit. Yeah,
shit
like
is
how they will
Wait.
ever adapt that, I don't know if they ever will. Anyways, regardless. But yeah,
Markeith,
big.
what about you?
Yeah.
So my only knowledge of this was a faint memories of the David Lynch version back in the 80s.
Oh, okay.
And
The one where Paul's supposed to be like 16 and it's played by like a 30-year-old man.
yep. And I believe, and then a year before the movie came out, Jack has been screaming it in my ear for the past year.
All
before it
over
came
my
out.
Discord. All
Not
over.
even like over your Discord, like over the text messages, over my literal ear, in my face. You text me good night, watch Dune when it comes out. You gave me updates about when they were.
I
doing
did. I
casting.
literally said this is how it's doing globally. Holy shit. And everyone's like, all right.
Like you geeked out when Zendaya was cast as I don't even know what her name was. Remember?
Chanchi, yeah.
Did they even say it in the
They
first
say
movie?
it once. They say it once in the movie.
Yeah, so we'll get into that, but like.
Yeah,
They say it.
but,
Oh my god.
but nonetheless, though, my information leading up to Dune is all Jack. Jack is my information.
Yeah, I'm the dude encyclopedia, the one has been published ever since.
And that
Kevin
no
A.
one asked for.
All right, whatever. I won't. But anyways, Peter, what about? So I remember when Peter first saw the trailer, he's like, "Dude, this is like Mad Max." I'm like, "It's not like Mad Max. It's nothing like Mad Max."
Oh
Not
no!
even
Yeah.
in the
Well, I mean, watching
slightest.
it, yeah, watching it, obviously. But the
I
trailer,
mean-
the trailer is very Americanized to be like
Yeah.
actiony and cool. Like I was even like watching. I'll get into it a little more in the movie, but
Mhm.
like the music was so like
Well, it's Hans
Ro- like-
Zimmerman, baby.
it's like rock symphonic band. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
rock. It's awesome. But for me, it's just this movie. Didn't even know Dune existed until. Well, I knew it existed because fucking Cosmonaut Picture Show just wouldn't shut the fuck up about it on his Twitter. He
Yeah.
talked about it all the time, and then the trailer dropped, and then he wouldn't stop talking about it. And
Yeah.
I was like, I like him. I respect his opinion about movies.
He's been part of the Dune agenda since the beginning.
Yeah. And then, so I watched the film, watched it on the day it came out on HBO Max.
Huh?
What do you mean, huh?
Yeah, we're already
You
we're
what?
gonna get into that once we start getting into it. But
You
yeah,
said
go ahead.
HBO Max. Oh my god.
I'll
this
explain
child.
why. But
You're broke?
when we get no, okay. Do you want me to explain it right now? I'll explain
Yeah,
it right
why
now.
not? Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Yeah.
So behind me here, you see it right here, 4K
Yes.
TV,
Yes.
soundbar, subwoofer, and then it's an extremely good experience to watch movies in.
Damn. Yeah.
Like-
that's crazy.
It really is.
Yeah.
And-
really
and
good
then-
experience.
It
And
literally
then
doesn't.
when I went
beat
to
it in
go
the theater,
see
though.
when I went to go see No Time to Die in theaters,
Oh my god.
the sound was off and the picture
Ugh.
quality was shit. Like it wasn't good.
Crazy.
So remember they were like, fuck it, let's just get HBO Max and watch
Damn.
it on there. And I did. I like how Barkeith is so upset with me, but like to be honest, I don't.
Because you don't want to
fucking
support
care.
theaters. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't want to support theaters. What the fuck you mean? I've been supporting. I've given them my labor, JJ. The fuck you talking about? I don't
right, but this
support
is like-
theaters. I've
this is
given
like-
them my time.
When
So
the director
much time.
himself was like, "You need to see this in theaters," and
yes,
he's absolutely
but I
right.
also think
We-
if
me
you
and
have a
Markeith
movie
saw it.
theater-
Keith and I.
Markeith and I both saw it in IMAX. It was great, and I even tried watching it at home again, and I was like, I did, but I was like, it's not the same effect.
No, I
Like,
definitely agree that there's a better experience, like even in our theaters, like Dolby Cinema.
right,
Like,
yeah.
setup. Like there definitely is, but I also have an extremely good, like $1,500 setup in here.
That's crazy.
Man,
I'm
that's like
gonna-
watching Dune on an iPhone. You fucking loser.
It's not. It is not the same thing.
like an iPhone.
You
4,
and I
fucking
both
idiot.
know that. You and I both know that's not true.
If that's the case, then Peter, then you know what? Fuck it. We just gotta watch a movie. Probably not Dune, but maybe some other movie in your crib. So
yeah, damn. Why didn't you invite us, you fucking loser?
I fucking watched the Violet Evergarden movie on my TV, and I was like, damn.
Wow, it's almost like I didn't ask about that though.
So I'm trying to say that the movies look good on my TV.
All right, whatever. Let's get off it.
Good question though. Why didn't you invite us? Like,
yeah.
Did you have a party?
No,
to
it
watch
was just
Dune?
me and my brother. I was getting out of work that day.
Oh, that's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah,
it was like at 9 o'clock. We both got home at 9 o'clock in the morning at night.
Could have made drinks based on the movie. Could have had a good time.
But after I watched the movie, fuck you guys, you fucking motherfuckers.
I'm just kind of curious. Why would you cuddle with your brother in the movie?
That's really true. Yeah, we got really close.
Yeah, why wouldn't you go out with your brother to the movies? Do you not like spending
we do.
time with your brother?
We went to go see No Time to Die together. We've seen a bunch of movies.
So you see No Time to Die together, but not Dune.
Yeah, but not Dune, one of the most important
because No
sci-fi
Time to
films
Die wasn't
of our
on
time.
like a thing. It wasn't on a thing. So I'm telling you right now, when movie theaters die, I won't cry because I'll have my 4K set up.
I will shed
and
many
I'll be
tears.
Okay.
But actually, I won't because shedding tears is very wasteful.
However, I've been on top of that now. I've been listening to an audiobook of the novel, and it's really, really good. It's really good. It's got full voice casting. Some chapters don't, but a majority of them do, and it's very good.
No, it's very good. I've listened to it before, and yeah, the cast is pretty good actually. But anyways, let's get into the movie, shall we? First off, as the person who's read the book, like, I was actually really surprised about the amount of stuff he kept in. Like, because Dune gets weird. Like, Dune is a little weird. Like, the whole Duke Leto with the poison tooth, I for sure thought they were just gonna, like, make it into a pill or something like that. Because that's kind of a weird fucking concept. Like, hey, I'm just gonna put this tooth inside your mouth while you're dying. Is that cool with you? And it's
that's not entirely weird. That's something that's a real thing that, like, a lot of, like, the fucking... what the fuck is that thing from, like, the 60s or 70s during the Cold War?
Cyanide.
I'm just saying,
they had like a cyanide pill in your tooth.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what they would probably replace it with. But like it's an actual fucking tooth kind of thing. And even like the little assassin device with the mosquito, I for sure thought they were gonna, like,
oh dude, that's
change it
Star
into
Wars
something else.
Episode 3, man. Or Episode 2, man. What are you talking about? Attack of the Clones.
First off, George Lucas owes a lot of money to Frank Herbert. Everyone can see that now. Because even my parents, because they weren't aware of the book, they were like, yeah, it seemed kind of Star Wars-y. I'm like, well, the book came out first. That's why. Like, the head bad guy, which we don't see in the movie, is the Emperor, for fuck's sakes. Yeah. And basically, Harkonnen is Darth Vader in that way. But
by Darth Vader, a fat fuck
yeah,
with a fly.
But yeah. This is pretty it's like, I would say it's like 95% accurate to the book. Like, it's very fucking faithful. I haven't seen such a faithful adaptation since, like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and they took liberties. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is, like, pretty faithful. Where, like, if it keeps on track, you won't even really need to read the book. Because, like, they're sticking so close to the material. Well, the only thing they didn't flesh out was the Yoe. Dr. Yu. The guy who betrays the Atreides. Like, they have a whole dinner scene that was missing, and he actually, in the book, tries to put the blame, or, like, say, like, to Duke Leto, he's like, hey, maybe your wife is, like, the traitor. You ever think about that kind of thing? And they just kind of got rid of all that shit.
I've literally just read that chapter, like an hour or two ago. It was actually, like, Howard, whatever the fuck his name is, finds, like, a note, and written on there, it's like, someone that you love will, like, stab you in the back.
Yeah.
And, like, him and Leto are just like, it can't be my wife. It can't be Lady Jessica. She would never. Like, they were kind of playing with that idea.
Yeah.
But you're right about that. You're right about that. There was a lot more things that could be I mean, the movie's already like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm perfectly fine with all the stuff they cut out because some of it was just unnecessary. Yeah. But
I mean, for all we know, it was filmed, but like they just had to cut it out. So if there was a director's cut,
there could be a Zack Snyder.
Well, there's already
version of this.
Shut the fuck. Oh,
a black and white 4x3.
Honestly,
that would actually ruin the movie completely.
Would it? I mean, the movie is so unsaturated that like I literally went back and watched the trailer after watching the movie, and I was like, there is so much. There's like more color in the trailer than there is in the actual movie. Like things pop out more, but I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a bad thing.
No,
because this is very much playing like, and this is what Dune basically is in a nutshell. At least the first book. It's Shakespeare, but in space. Yeah. Like, that's basically what it is. And I don't want to go on this whole podcast just being like, oh, the book did this, but the movie did this, so I'll try to stop as much as I can. But I just want to say I really appreciate... because I tried to go into this movie like, all right, let's just pretend I've never read the book before kind of thing. And I feel like I still got a lot of the information, which I was scared of because it is a lot to convey, It is. Me and my brother had to pause halfway through the movie. Yeah, like what is happening?
Let's take a second to I need to get some ice cream so that when I could be thinking about, I could be eating something and have my brain working while I'm watching this movie. Because this is not a sit down dumb action space adventure. This is a bare bones straight man slow burn. It's
like the first 20 minutes you're not even on Dune, you're still on Caladan, and Paul and Leto and Jessica are just going through the motions and stuff. One of my favorite scenes, and it's actually the first one that they shot, was the box scene.
Oh, it's a good scene. That was a good scene, man.
That's such a great scene. And I was really afraid they were going to fuck up the voice. Because that's, on paper, you can interpret it no matter what. But putting it on screen, I was really worried they were going to, make it cringy. But they made it, like Paul's voice isn't developed yet. So you were like, all right, that's a little weak sauce, but it's still kind of intimidating. And then, the head Bene Gesserit, she's just come! And he's just like, what the fuck? Yeah.
No, it's not even just that, bro. It's literally just a cut right to him standing in front of her because he doesn't remember moving. He's just like, what the fuck? How did I get here?
Yeah, so the way they portrayed that in the box was amazing. Even his face, it looked like, when I first saw it, it looked a little goofy when he's just staring at her, but then, what it's trying to convey is, he's more powerful than her, and she's just like, oh shit, okay, kind of thing. But yeah, and my favorite character in the Dune series and in the movie was Lady Jessica. She's one of my favorite female characters of all time. Complete fucking badass, and her performance was the best in the movie. She was fantastic. I can't think of the actress's name. It's
I'll pop it up right now. Keep going.
But she did so good. Especially with I know we're jumping around a little bit. Well, I'm jumping around, but with Stilgar's like, yo, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and she's like, fuck you, and then she just fucking.
This is Rebecca Ferguson.
Yes, Rebecca Ferguson. She is such a bad, and when they're in the Thopter. And she's using the voice kill your friend, kill, oh, she's so cool. She's one of the best leading sci-fi women characters of all time. She's great. And actually in the book, it's switching between perspectives. A lot of the times it's between Paul and her. It's almost really Jessica's book kind of thing. A lot of chapters are dedicated to Jessica's point of view. But
sorry, just to piggyback off of that.
Yeah, go ahead,
real quick. Do you assume that, since you read the second part of the book, obviously, is there any chance that you think that the second part of the movie might switch perspectives of the two?
Well, the director has already kind of come out and say, and it's gonna be through Zendaya's point of view more so. So I think they're gonna borrow a lot of Jessica scenes and give them to Zendaya, possibly, just so she has something. Because I'll be honest, in the book, she's not really... a lot of the book, like, there's not really a lot of character, you know what I mean? Not a lot of... they don't really emote in the book. Like, everyone's pretty much a fucking robot. Which I appreciate in this film, like, there was more to them, with the exception of Paul, but he's supposed to be acting like that. Like, that's his character. But, like, Leda was a lot more fleshed out. Gurney and Duncan is a lot more humorous than he is in the book.
No, I think that was like a good thing. Like straight up, like reading, like listening
like
to Duncan now
Gurney
from the audio.
Gurney in the books, though, like they definitely portray him more as a hardest. Because Gurney in the books, like Marquis, do you remember that that line in the movie where Paul's like, why don't you sing us a song, Gurney? In the book, he sings. Like he's not a goofball, but like he's more friendly, whereas like in this movie he's just more of a hard ass.
Wait, refresh my memory.
Gurney is Josh Brolin.
Oh really? Oh, what the
fuck?
Yeah. He sang?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what it is. His books from the 40s and 60s, like Lord of the Rings has sing breaks. Fucking Dune had sing breaks. It's like, what is with all the fucking singing?
Oh, Gurney, why don't you go sing me a song? It was like, Paul Atreides, I'll kick your ass, suck my dick, dodge his blade.
Fuck you. But
put your armor on, pussy.
Yeah, but like for you, Markeith, did you kind of appreciate them kind of unloading all this info within like the first 30 minutes? Because the first 30 minutes feels like a lot of exposition for like a movie, but did you mind it, or like what were your thoughts on it?
As a film lover and not like a general, as someone that doesn't like
I've seen Casablanca.
Shut up.
Fucking hipster.
Same. But yeah, as someone that doesn't want to classify himself as a general movie watcher, I had no mind with the slow burn, like at least like for the first 20-30 minutes of them like still on the their home planet, and them like going to I keep forgetting the name of the planet they're going. Arrakis. Yeah. I had no problem with that. I definitely love like the story build up to it, you know, about especially the chemistry between like all the Atreides family, the what's it called, the box scene, obviously, how they talk about the visions that he has, like all that build up. I'm just fucking with. I'm also just fucking with it, like cinematography. Like from a cinematography standpoint as well. Like every fucking like any cut from that film, even the 20-30 minutes is like that's a screensaver. That's a screensaver.
Yeah, like with a lot of the images people are using is Paul walking away on the beach with like the ships in the background.
Dope ass trench coat. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yo, Paul did walk around a lot. That was one thing I noticed. I was like,
a lot of walking. And Cosmonaut mentioned this in his review. A lot of walking and touching. People are constantly touching each other in this movie.
The touching thing I didn't notice. I didn't
notice my first viewing.
I was like, a lot of walking around, Paul. You like, what are you doing? You itching to move, buddy? Come on. Take a few minutes to sit. You know, you were saying before that Jessica's your favorite character.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, in the middle of the movie, I was like, why is this bitch crying again, bro? She cries so much in this movie.
Like,
she does.
Show no fear, Paul.
Yeah, you were like, she's so badass and cool. I'm like, this motherfucker cries in every scene in the movie. Every scene she's in.
She did bitch the Freeland leader,
Stelgar,
yeah. Like she,
yeah.
And after like he kind of. So just to clarify though, in that scene where like he spits on their desk, that like he was actually showing respect.
Yes.
Yeah,
no, 100%.
Like, the moisture, they don't have enough. There's not enough water, and they try to keep that sacred, like because their suits use their own natural.
Oh right.
Yeah, like it's even like in the book they specifically point out like even like wiping sweat from your brow is like a great offense, and you could get killed for that because wasting water on Dune is just like a fucking no-go. Like, you have to appreciate every drop of sweat. You know what I mean?
Right. But
the still suits, that was what I was worried about too, because for Peter, have you seen at least like still images of the Dune from the 80s, the David Lynch one? Like, those looked not great. But like the still suits in this movie looked pretty badass, and that's kind of a hard thing to transition from book to film, but they nailed it. Like, the still suits looked awesome.
You can tell with this movie that not only did like the director,
he's a huge fan of the book. He's like he fucking loves the book. Yeah,
you can tell that he cares about this series more than like think about like the way that Peter Jackson handled The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a completely different feeling and experience that you get out of it. Is like
the man has gone off the rails. He's like, yeah, I wish we used like CGI backgrounds back in the Lord of the Rings. I'm like, you fucking idiot. The reason why the Lord of the Rings is so awesome because pretty much everything is shot on location. Fuck you.
Yeah, and kind of like going off of all the characters, like Duncan Idaho, I think they do such a great job kind of changing his character for the better, because like a lot of the characters in the book
are very dry.
And the movie are very, very, like, even like Timothy Chalamet, everybody's like, oh my god, this guy's a shitty actor. Who I fucking hate people who say that, but like, he plays such a good job at being so boring.
Yeah, right.
Like, he's such a boring character.
He's Bran done right.
Yeah,
like from Game of Thrones. He's Bran done right.
Yes. And then Duncan being like this kind of like, not a goofball, but like he's very relaxed. He's like, don't sweat it, man. He's a surfer, bro. I talked about it today. It's like, he's a surfer, bro. He's like, yeah, dude, these guys are animals. They're crazy. I love the Furman.
I think that Jason Momoa within every film improves his acting more and more, because like his actor was pretty on the spot.
All the actors did a really good job in this.
Oh,
like, like Oscar Isaac plays a really good Leto.
As Leto, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, like he was probably my favorite character.
However, I will say in the book he is not naked. I don't know why they added that detail, but he is not naked.
Yeah, I thought I heard something somewhere where it was like he heard that like the director wanted him to be naked in that scene. He's like, let's fucking do it. And then he signed on. Just like how he signed on. He signed on because he's like, I'll be naked on screen. And
fuck it.
Just imagine when like Dennis walks in on sets and he just sees Oscar naked. He just goes to his AD like,
and he goes, yes.
No, not even. He's just like, why is Oscar naked? Because you told him to. I never said that. He should be clothed.
Yeah, did he change of clothes? Nah, he walked on set like this. I don't know where his clothes are.
Fuck it, let's go with it. And then like Stellan Skarsgård just walks in, and was like, Jesus Christ, Oscar, why's your dick out?
Oh yeah, I can never pronounce his name. Javier
Bardem.
Yeah, awesome Stilgar, like perfect from the book, like fan-fucking-tastic. The only thing they didn't really explain was the mentats. So basically, the dude Piter and the dude who was next to Leto, they're called mentats, and basically they're human computers, because in the Dune universe there's no robots. So go ahead.
Yeah, no. So is that why their eyes kind of like went white? Because I'm like, are they processing information or sending it some shit?
Yeah, they're thinking. They're like basically human computers, but without the machine part. They're just like trained that way. That's the only thing they didn't explain. They might explain it later, but it's not really that important until like later books and stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, what I really want to get into is the audio and visuals of like the ships, the atmosphere, and the costuming, like every like there's nothing wrong. The sandworm is done so well. I'm a little pissed that they showed off the whole thing in the trailer. I think it would have been much cooler if they just kind of foreshadowed it in the trailer, and then when we first see the sandworm, that's the first time you see it in the movie, and then people are like, holy shit, like,
how you gonna get the Dune readers to like watch the movie, Jack?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. The movie,
yeah.
like this whole movie is like even the movie is very much like Americanized.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a lot of like you were saying, this is more like a talky political sci-fi thriller, whereas the movie is very much, and even the trailer is like, look at all this cool shit that happens. Look at the ships and the explosions and the loud rock music.
Well, the book, because again, Frank Herbert more cares about the metaphor or message behind what he's trying to convey. Because like in the book, like the battle scenes, he's not great at them. Like he'll maybe spend a page or two, but like, you know, like the whole invasion of the Harkonnens with the Atreides and them just like absolutely demolishing them, like it's pretty much just from Paul and Jessica's point of view until like the Harkonnen almost gets killed by Leto, but like it's pretty much from their point of view, and like you don't see the rest of it kind of thing, whereas this one they played it up much more, which I appreciated. And yeah, I also like the shields. That was done really well, that, you know, with the hand. And although in the movie it seems like they don't really do shit.
I mean,
they slow it down. They slow it down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, at least from what I found, like from the shields, like every time, like, is this when it hit the vital points? Like that's when it like turned red, and then that's when it started to penetrate. I mean, what's it called? I don't know if they like said something different in the books about how they went on the pros about how the shields work, but that's at least how I saw it as, like, you know, if you keep hitting it and you reach a vital point, it turns red. When it turns red, it penetrates. When it penetrates, you're dead, unless you're Duncan, Idaho, and then you come back up and they hit you again.
That was so badass when he gets stabbed and you think that's it, and then he's just like right behind him and shit. Oh my god!
With the sword in his fucking chest too.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Aquaman could never.
Also, I really like how the Fremen fight, where it's like very tribal and stuff like that, where like they're hiding in the sand and they just like fucking
and then
emerge. It's
it's
so
sick.
Cool.
Just guerrilla action warfare, like just fucking sexy.
Yeah. No, it's so good. It's so good. Also, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a no, but that spider thing was not in the book. That, you know, the creepy spider thing when the Reverend Mother is visiting the Harkonnen and it's like, tell that thing to go away, and it's this giant black spider weird thing. Yeah. She's like, tell that thing to go away. And it's like, what the fuck? I don't remember that. What the fuck is that?
Yo, why? Like, this movie was unintentionally funny too. Like that scene where the Furman leader spits on Leto's desk, and then like Duncan's like,
well, that was played for laughs.
And then Leto is like, he's like, I'll do it too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so good. I thought there's more scenes like that in the film, and like I think that's like one of those scenes too. Like, get that thing out of here, and it kind of looked like it was sad being told to get away. Go away. I was like, oh, poor little guy.
I know this is not a funny scene, but I found it hilarious that Harkonnen, the leader, he was just kind of like just flying above the ceiling, just crying from the poison, like, oh god, there's poison everywhere.
Oh yeah, dude.
I thought that was really cool. I thought that was awesome, where he's tucked away in the corner and the dude's just looking up like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the guy's just like, people are just walking like, god damn, what the fuck happened here?
Yeah.
So what the fuck is that up there? What the?
That's another thing. The Baron Harkonnen was really well performed, and I love the cape thing or whatever. Because in the book, it's like he's more like, he's got like, it's not a cart, but it's like a hovering ball thing. And I'm like, how are the fuck are they gonna do this? But like, they were just like, nah, he just fucking levitates. I'm like, word.
Yeah, he's got some weird like metal spine thing that makes him
gross.
Yeah.
but very like threatening. Even though he's like such a fat piece of shit or whatever, you still feel very threatened. Like there's one scene, I think it's like the depth of field, where like you see the back of Leto's head, and then like it's blurred out or out of focus when he stands up on the table. Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, that too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy.
That was great. God. He's such a good villain, and I always forget his name, but Drax played a good I forget his nephew's name.
Yeah, I forgot his name too, but I know Batista that plays him.
But he was really good. He was very threatening. Do you know who I'm talking about, Peter?
Yes, I know.
Yeah, he's the Baron's nephew.
Yep.
Yeah. I keep forgetting his name. I remember fucking Piter, fucking parents, fucking Mentat, but I don't remember his fucking nephew who plays an important role. But a lot of the names. What do you think about the names? The names are very kind of weird, like Benny Gesserit and stuff like that. Like just reading it, you're like, how the fuck do you pronounce that?
Well, you go from like that to then Duncan, Idaho, and it's like
Paul.
Yeah, and your main character is Paul.
Yeah, I'm good. Like it's such a
oh fuck, Paul, he's gonna get us.
I'm okay. I don't think I'm that.
Hi, I'm
confused.
Paul.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, I'm
Wanna
not
hear my
that
voice?
confused.
Get over here.
I'm not that confused by it. I think it's cool. It's like because like this is like this is supposed to be a theoretical future of humanity. This isn't like some fake universe. This is like supposed to be there's fake planets and shit, but it's based on like
our timeline.
Yeah. It's not like Star Wars where it's like
it's like
thing.
Thousands of millions of years
ahead
of us. But yeah, what I really appreciated is a lot of the because in the book, basically the Fremen are like Middle Easterns and stuff like that, and they really like kind of kept that in the movie too. Like they, with the clothing, with the rituals and stuff like that. Like they pretty much stuck close to that, which I appreciated. Because like basically the whole thing with the spice melange is like it's oil, basically. Like that's the comparison from real life and stuff like that. And I feel like they portray that really well. Oh, the audio is so awesome. Like with when he puts his hand in the box and like, you don't get the like generic like like screamings or whatever. It's just like a small little like screechy noise, and then like eventually like it doesn't even get louder. It just changes or whatever, and like you could still see Timothy's pain, but it's not like, you know what I mean. And like again, the voice is so great. Like it feels like. Yeah. Whenever they say it's like an ancient deep voice, which is what the voice is, like an ancient deep voice, and like coming out, like you hear like multiple voices on a track, and it's so cool.
I can imagine they're in the booth like recording it, and it's just like, all right, Timothy, I just need you to say get over here, just over here. Okay, now just do a deep voice. Okay, now do a little high pitch. All right, I'm gonna pan that one to the left. I'm gonna pan that one to the right. All right, I need like 5 more tracks because depending on.
I was so stoked. Like I knew this was gonna be great once they nailed the voice. I was like, oh, yes. Like this doesn't sound goofy. This sounds fucking awesome. But yeah, the action in the movie is really good. Like I like the soldiers in white, the Sahakar. They're so cool. Like their theme is so cool when they're just dropping down. It's like they're facing against the Harkonnens, and then like they're doing the whole spear shit, and then right behind them the Sarkar comes in, and
it's like
oh fuck.
it's like the same cinematography with Baron Harkonnen. Like it's kind of like blurred out. Because you still like it's more like focused on the soldiers, and then you just see like the rope just like coming down, and you just see like, those people, and it's like, oh, who can that be? Oh, it's like this Sarkar just about to fucking like desecrate them and fuck them over, because they were already keeping their own with the Harkonnen, and then the Sarkar come and it's like just one hit and they're done.
Yeah. What I really appreciate in the film is the world building, which can be overwhelming because Dune is such a large world, and I'm surprised they fit as much as they did into the movie. Like, what do you think, Peter? Like, just like the whole world building and stuff like that, did it intrigue you? Like,
it was very like, I think they did it really well. It was very, I wouldn't say well. I'm gonna say that it was definitely like
they did it great, masterfully, in my opinion.
it was like put into your face, but like it was fine. Like I liked it, and it got me engaged with the story. I wanted to know more, like with the internal politics between the houses, and like wanting to know more. Like even just the 5 seconds of seeing like these empire like what the fuck you call, like empire messengers showing up at the beginning of the film to like greet the Atreides family and tell them they're moving to Acreus. Like these guys look fucking weird. Why do they fucking look weird? What
with the tube, and it's all orange, and it's just spice just constantly in their face.
Yeah, it's like it just looks cool, and you want to know more about them, and you want to understand why. Like what you want to also understand, like why the Emperor is doing this shit to like the Atreides family. Like why is he helping the Baron? Why is the Baron like living this weird fucking charcoal black planet?
Yeah,
and then like. Yeah, you it makes you want to know more, and that's why I'm excited for part 2, because like it just ends with like now it's like this going to be this weird political like montage learning thing where you're going to learn more about the universe in like the next film.
I will say the next film it's going to be much more focused on the Fremen, and it's going to be a lot more action. Like this part 1 is the setup, and it like when Zendaya says like this is the beginning, literally just the beginning. Like Zendaya.
Yo,
so
am I the only? I fucking called it like hours before I saw the movie. I was talking to my girlfriend, and she was like, I'd love to watch Dune because like Zendaya's in it. I'm like, bet she's in it for like 10 minutes.
That's what my girlfriend said too. She's like
fucking in it for 10 minutes. And guess what, guys? She was in it for less than that.
And watch her, she's gonna like get nominated for like best
best supporting.
I would be so pissed. Yeah. I would actually be mad.
Yo, not even supporting, just best actress, man. Like they're gonna pull a Don Cheadle and be like, "Yo, best like guest actor."
Because my girlfriend had the same thing. Like, oh, I want to see it because Timothy Chalamet and like Zendaya, and then she read the book. She's like, I think people are gonna get mad. I'm like, why? It's like because Zendaya like. I think I know where it's gonna leave off, and like she's barely gonna be in it. I'm like, yeah, because I knew like, and I think this a lot of people complain like, oh, this definitely feels like a part 1 because where they left it off, but like how the fuck were they supposed to leave it off? Where like him killing Javin or whatever, and like him beforehand seeing a future where like maybe him and Paul could have been friends or whatever. And then, like, that's just snuffed out because Paul had to take his life. And that's Paul's first kill. And it's like, you know, as we get further down, you know. So, like, that was the perfect way to end it because, like, Paul's still learning about Dune and stuff like that. And he's, like, learning the intricacies of everything. And now with his first kill, now he's taking that one step forward to becoming something more than he is right now.
I would say something though, like for someone that hasn't caught a body, he had some dope ass combat skills. Like,
well, he's trained in the wading way, which is like the best fight skill in all of the galaxy, basically.
I'm sorry, wading.
The wading, yeah.
Wading.
Yeah, not waiting. Wait, like WAND, like wading. Like wedded. What I don't know. Again, the book. I don't know how you would pronounce it, but like, yeah, because basically the reason why the Emperor, is like so afraid of the Atreides is because they have the strongest like military. Basically, like Harkonnens have numbers. Well, no, they explained it in the movie.
They explained why they like ambushed them.
Yeah, they were explaining like why this is a trap. Basically, is because the Emperor is intimidated by the Atreides because of their military power and stuff like that, because they're the best fighters. And then
I don't think they talk about it, JJ. I think
no, they
I
definitely
think the
did.
Baron briefly mentions that the Emperor is afraid of the Atreides, but doesn't explain why.
I'm pretty sure they explained. But
They don't. I don't think they do.
whatever. I mean, they're all dead either way, so.
I didn't fucking. Oh no, but you're gonna tell me? Oh, you should have just read the book.
You saw it. You saw it when they invaded the Atreides.
I saw when they fucked them up. I didn't know why. Like I knew. Okay, fine, they're afraid of them. Okay, but I didn't know why they were afraid of them.
That's very minor. I don't consider that like.
I mean, very minor. Maybe very minor to you, but like I like to have all my little surprises.
I'll say this:
like,
it's definitely not a spoiler. Like you can probably figure out why. Like
you could just piece it together.
Just based off of the fact that the Harkonnens have to use
Harkonnens, yeah.
The Harkonnens have to use fucking the Empire to help defeat the Atreides.
It
kind of gives you nudges you in that like. Oh, the Harkonnens are not that powerful, and they need the Empire.
They have is like
need to
money
work together. Yeah.
I also really like, because one of my favorite fantasy worlds, and I think I've explained this to Markeith and to anyone who's bothered to ask, but like my favorite thing in books aren't necessarily like the action, but I want to know everything about the world, including the politics. If you can't like a lot of fantasy books get this wrong, like they more care about the action and the magic and the creatures but don't care about the politics kind of thing. And like I just kind of love like how basically like the Harkonnens left, and they left like the Atreides with nothing. Like, oh yeah, well, you got to fill this whole arena up in like 25 days, and like they have like 4 things. And then the reason why that Spice Machine failed was because one of the things was fucked up, and it's implied that the Harkonnens basically fucked that up on purpose. So like everything is just a fuck the Atreides. Like the Harkonnens just like fuck, we're like, oh yeah, we'll give you like our richest resource. Too bad none of this shit works.
Yeah, it was kind of like one of the funnier things, like knowing that they're getting
like that political scheming is my favorite. Like I love that kind of stuff.
No, but
sorry,
like
go ahead.
sitting there, like if you know that going into it, like obviously on a viewing, like if you were to do even a second viewing of it without having known, like it's just kind of funny seeing all this shit. Like, oh, they're planning out to like live on this planet for years and years and make tons of money, to then just be completely fucked. That's so funny to me.
Just like, one after another, and like in the book, it's especially like Leto has a lot on his plate, and they like portray that in the movie very well. Like, his son's about to get assassinated. Their spice machine just went down. Like everything is just going wrong.
Yeah, it's so funny, and then just out of nowhere, this.
Again, it's like Shakespearean comedy. It's just like, just nothing is going right.
Just giant Harkonnen invasion now.
Another Shakespearean comedy. Watch your son get assassinated.
What up?
You want to watch you get invaded by a bunch of Harkonnen and Saracen. Oh no. So Harkins. I keep fucking up your name.
It's alright. I fuck him up too. It took me a while to get used to Bene Gesserit. I was like, how the fuck?
Yeah, I almost called myself slipping and saying Benny and the Jets one minute.
Betty and the Jets. That's how they summon their magical abilities. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I do agree with some people that Paul is pretty emotionless, but that's how he's portrayed. But like, there was one where I couldn't like. Under like watching this movie with subtitles is also pretty good too, because like there's a couple mumbled lines in there, like when Jessica is explaining like, oh, like basically you're the line of like a breeding program that like that Bene Gesserit has set up and stuff like that. Like when she's explaining to him after they left, he's just like, I ran, and I'm like, the fuck did he say? And he said part of the plan, and I was like, oh. I didn't fucking know that first time. I thought he just said something else like, God damn it, or I don't know. But
no, yeah, I think that was like one of the things I hated the most. And like, this is something that is a big issue in a lot of films too. It's not just on Dune. I don't know what kind of headphones they use, but like they're like, man, this music's fucking popping off with these headphones.
Yeah.
And then they just dial back the dialogue, and you're like,
God, yeah.
and you're like, yo,
It's like
can I
with
get,
that
can
new,
I get subtitles, please?
With that new Batman trailer, when Batman is like with the Riddler or whatever, and he goes, ha rah rah rah, and I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
Yeah.
And he said, what did he say? He said, what have you done? What have you done? But like, it just sounded like he just sounded like, ah, rah, rah. I'm like, who the fuck? That was the best take? Jesus Christ.
No, yeah, that's what I'm like saying. Like, even in this film, Dune, I'm just like, they're Jessica, why are you whispering? He's right next to you. Just talk normally.
You're in a hut together, dying. I get it. You might be dehydrated, but like can you enunciate a little bit?
Like, just a little bit. And like, this movie just really like painted it very clear to me that like there is an issue in the film industry where they are wearing too good of headphones that they don't know how the audio is actually
the shit not going to come out
sounding.
the same as the speaker.
No, it really isn't. Like,
yeah, it's like everyone had like Michael Cera syndrome.
yeah, dude. Like, what the fuck?
Ferris
Like,
Ferris the mind killer.
All part of the plan.
Ferris the mind killer, man.
Here I am. Here I remain.
Why the fuck are you called Muhammad? Anyways. Muhammad's the most common name in the world, idiot. Read a book. Super bad reference for you. But yeah, I will agree. Cosmonaut made a funny joke where he's like, I like everything. What was up with that bagpipe guy, though? That was a little weird. Where like
at the beginning, like when they
where they're all like standing there and they're about to come out, and like the bagpipe just comes out. I'm like, I don't remember that in the book. Like was there just like a dude outside Danny DeVille's house or whatever, and he was just like, I'm gonna put you in a movie.
To be honest, it's totally fine. But yeah,
it is. Again, I have such small complaints.
Yeah, like what would you expect? Would you rather have like some sci-fi like synthesizer?
I'd rather have the Hans Zimmerman just go blah blah, just have that button on repeat with the horns blah 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 blah.
Like legitimately, just have literally Hans Zimmerman and his orchestra just in the background, just like conducting.
Yeah. Him, Hans Zimmerman himself. That's another. The music is great because like it feels like a very like, like Dune started really getting popularity in the 80s and stuff like that, and like. A lot of the music is also kind of rock inspired. Like when they're about to leave Caladan, like there's sick guitar riffs and shit. I'm like,
no, yeah.
What the? I feel like I'm listening to like an 80s sci-fi movie. This is fantastic.
I'm very sure that Hans Zimmer used like what is it called? Like a string-based rock band.
Yeah.
To do this, and.
But also, I
think
like
that's
the.
So badass.
It's like in the trailers too, but like it's with Paul in the box. With the lady chant like the like that. I don't know why that's so badass. So cool. So cool. But yeah, as a music boy, Markeith, what do you think? Did you notice anything like that really caught your attention, or?
Well, if I'm being dead ass right now in terms of music wise, So, like, nothing really caught my... I was more focused, like, on
the plot, yeah.
On the plot, the cinematography, like... But, like, the music was good. Like, obviously, there wasn't, like, nothing... obviously, like, eerie or... Not even eerie. Like, nothing bad about it. What's it called? Like, obviously, if nothing's bad about it, you're not going to notice it.
Yeah.
Way. So I thought the score and the visuals just like really had a good hand in it, all in all. But yeah, no, I was really more focused on the plot and like my top three. If I had to like focus on was like the plot itself, the cinematography, and Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. Now I've heard this complaint a lot with YouTubers, like literally like everyone's pretty much praising this movie as well as me because it's fucking fantastic. I think couple years after part 2 comes out, we're just gonna see this as like a fucking masterpiece, which it really is. But like a lot of people were scared because before this we didn't know if part 2 was confirmed, and if this had just stuck as a part 1, it doesn't really work as a movie because it just leaves off, you know what I mean? And like again, the ending is so abrupt, like it's just like so who knows, hopefully part 2. But thank God it's confirmed, part 2, 2023. Here we go, boys. The Dune agenda is coming back, baby.
Do you think that's like too early?
No, I don't think so. I think
even the director is, I just was reading it, like literally a headline of an article.
They'll probably push it back if we're all honest.
He was like 2023 seems like a too, what the fuck?
Like, did
exactly what's the quote? Here,
like,
you guys keep talking. I'll look it up.
I think they have most of pre-production done though, possibly, or
yeah, I was about to say
a good majority.
Do they at least have a script and all that done?
I don't know that for sure, but yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, it says here
the script is the book. He just got a bookmark on the book. He's like, all right, now read this. Basically.
No, what's it called? Now, if I'm a betting man, yeah, like I have to agree with Peter. They probably are gonna like put it back to like 2024, most likely.
He's saying that it's kind of a burden. Like it's cool that he's able to make a new film, but to make a film of this scale in less than 2 years when they
exactly
he says here in the same interview, the director admits production probably wouldn't start until fall of 2022. They'd literally have a year to make the film. That'd be stupid.
Oh hell!
It's gonna be pushed back. It's got to be pushed back.
It has to be pushed back.
That makes me a little sad because he's expressed interest in doing Dune Messiah, which is the book right after, which pretty much is like the I won't reveal much, but like it's a pretty good novel. It's a pretty good sequel to Dune. But like, if he might just get burnt out, because again, he likes his original ideas too. He like, as much as it's his dream to adapt the first book, like I don't think he'll do Dune Messiah because I think he's just gonna be burnt out by the whole thing. And I wouldn't blame him.
He said here in an interview that like because everybody's loving his film, he has a more energetic point of view from all this.
I'm sure, yes, but like
it sucks that he has to create this movie in like 2 years, which probably they'll push it back. We're praying that they do.
Yeah, or late 2023. like push it to like 2024.
Fucking 3 months ain't gonna do jack shit. Yeah, I'd rather it come out. I'd rather it come out in like 24 or something.
25 even. Like I don't give. Like yo, do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm. But like, I definitely see what you're saying. Like you don't want to, like. Because
think about it now.
The studio's seeing money. The studio's seeing dollar signs, and they're gonna be like, "Motherfucker, crank this shit out every year." And he's like, "Bro, no thanks."
He was under
Star Wars new trilogy, motherfucker. Get somebody else to do that.
He's like, but think about it, like he was already under pressure because he like needed this to be successful in order to get a part 2. Now that he's got a part 2, but now everyone's expectations are like way higher than they were before, like through the goddamn roof, and then like. After that, you got Dune Messiah, which, I'll be honest, all the other Dune books, none of them compared to the first one. Like, this is the high point. This is the high point, basically.
Because the books get fucking weird.
They get weird, and I don't think he wants the burden of adapting some of the shit that goes on in those
either.
books.
Like, I'm reading...
Especially God Emperor Dune, like...
I've been reading through the wiki of the universe and everything, and I'm like,
yeah, because you like spoiling shit for yourself, you fucking idiot.
I don't fucking care. It's media. It's not gonna affect my life. I don't care that much.
Loser.
Let's not talk about that show. Let's talk about Dune Part 1.
Dune Part 1.
Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet.
But do you guys think it works?
Dating Tom Holland? What the fuck?
He's been dating. She's been dating.
I know. It's really funny.
They just confirmed it now. Like,
no. I thought they confirmed it a while back.
It just seemed obvious.
Yeah,
because they have such good chemistry together.
Yeah, or like that one photo of them kissing each other.
What?
Yeah, what
I'm
the
looking this up.
Why the fuck is Tommy Boy kissing my girl? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Tom Holland is like, hey, Timmy, get the fuck off. She likes
Hey,
Tommy.
I'm gonna
alright?
be
She likes
Nathan
Tommy.
Drake.
I'm just so confused when I saw that picture, like as to why Tom was kissing my girl and why Zendaya was kissing my guy. Like, it was so confusing to me. Like,
no, but I'm excited to see who they cast as the Emperor, because that's gonna be an interesting cast choice. And a lot, because yes, there are going to be more characters in the next movie. There's going to be, like, we've killed off a good amount of characters, but there's going to be more people added to the equation.
Yeah,
like,
as long as they don't pull like a Young Justice with the characters, then I'm all right with that. It's like season 2. Now we have like 10 characters. Season 3. Now we have 40 fucking characters. Are we gonna go? Are we gonna give them all a backstory? No.
No, but what do you guys think? Do you think this, if we didn't get a part 2 confirmed, would you still hold this in high regards, or would you just be like,
I don't think if this
lost
never
potential?
As long as they if they never had a part 1 at the beginning of the film when the title card came up, and
people
they
would
just
be
called it
pissed.
Dune,
I heard someone sigh in front of me when part 2. It's like, how are you gonna fit all of this chunky boy into one movie? There's no way.
Just give it to Michael Bay. He'll find a way.
I think audiences are okay with sitting in a theater for 4 hours or sitting in their
Ever
house
since
for 4
Endgame,
hours
it's
and
been
watching
proven
a
that as long as, like, you know, people care about
you
these
have
characters,
hype around it, yeah,
and you
they'll
have hype
sit
around
and
it, they'll
watch a
sit.
4-hour movie. We
And
fucking did with Zack Snyder's film, like
Yeah.
I
think with Dune, like,
more torture.
with this movie,
it's more torture.
it's so.
How dare you? It's a masterpiece, and you know
This is
it.
like my concluding, or not concluding, but like my thoughts about the movie as a whole.
Overall,
It's like it's kind of odd because, like, this is the evolution of Star Wars for movies, at least. This is like the like Star Wars now is like everyone's it's been a joke. This is like the clear evolution, and like I hope what sci-fi is gonna do going forward. But it's weird because, like, the book came out in the 60s and has been inspiring Star Wars for years. But, like, now the thing that inspires Star Wars is, like, completely overtaking it. Like,
I mean,
well, it's not going to, like, box office-wise, Star Wars is always going to do
I know,
better.
well, I mean,
but, like, you know what I mean? Like, just, like, people are going to want Dune more than they will Star Wars, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you'll have the Star Wars fanboys, but, you know.
What's it called though? Actually, no, never mind. Nah, I take back what I was gonna say. I was gonna do like the comparison with like Lord of the Rings, but then like you got all of the other medieval.
Well, the next evolution for Lord of the Rings was Game of Thrones, basically.
Right.
Like, Lord of the Rings was
And
good
then-
guy versus bad guy, hooray. And
Like,
Game of Thrones is like, no one's really the good guy, everyone's an asshole. We're all
Have you guys
gonna
seen,
die.
have you guys seen The Green Knight?
No,
Not yet.
and I wish I had. I like that. I was really mad.
Like, this
that I didn't get to see it.
film, in terms of the way it's filmed and like because you're saying you want more films to be like Dune
Yes.
in the way, like, at least sci-fi fantasy. So
Mhm.
I think movies like The Green Knight, movies like Dune are the future of fantasy
Yeah, and sci-fi.
stories.
Yep.
Because The Green Knight isn't actiony at all. Like, it's literally exactly the same thing as this movie, where it's like a lot of talking, a lot of walking, and a lot of like the main character figuring out who he is and what he wants to do. And there's a little bit of semen in there too, but it's all right.
It's okay. It's a little quirky.
It's a little weird. It's a little zany. There's some cucking involved in
That-
The Green Knight, but
That reminds me, or that kind of got me.
I'm not kidding, by the way.
Okay, well, I gotta watch the Green.
I wish I had seen it. Ugh.
Gotta watch The Green Knight.
I missed out on Lamb too, and I heard Lamb was really good. Ugh, I'm
mean,
such
like-
an idiot.
I think you still got a chance to watch it.
Like, as much as
No,
I know
it's out of
that
theaters now.
audiences, even Blade Runner 2049,
Well, even then, a lot of people were complaining, like, wow, this movie's really fucking slow. Like general movie audience. That's why it did so shit at the box office, even though it's a
because
piece of fucking art.
because in reality, the reason why people fucking are watching Dune is like the act. Like I hate to say it, it's
the actors.
Oh, it's the actors.
Yeah,
It's
like
the
you
actors
can see it in the
involved.
poster. Like that poster looks like dog shit. It's basically just a
Look at
bunch
all
of
these
heads.
cool,
Yeah,
popular actors that you all know.
exactly.
Chalamet, Oscar Isaac Bay.
But have you seen like people doing the?
Josh Brolin,
I think it's a
Balin.
Snapchat filter or something. But like everyone in the Dune poster is like frowning, but there's a Snapchat filter or
you just make them all
TikTok filter
smiling?
where it makes them all
Oh,
smile.
I saw that. I saw that
That's so
of
funny.
Timothy
It was on-
Charlemagne, and I was like, "Ew, is this
on,
the
like-
actual poster?"
Yeah, it was like on Cosmonauts Quickies like thumbnail for like the Dune review.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
that
yes,
was
yes,
thumbnail.
yes.
Yeah.
And I was like so confused looking at it. I'm like, wait, why are they?
Why
they
is
smiling?
everyone smiling?
I'm pretty sure they're not smiling in the original, and it looks so like.
There's
real.
not a lot of humor and smiling in the Dune movie. No.
Yeah, why is Tim smile? I don't think he smiles once in that movie. It's,
No,
But-
but I
But in
think
reality, audiences want action.
Marky, this up is saying interrupted. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I was still talking. You guys were talking about posters, but that's fine. Fuck me then.
No, I wanted to make a fucking point or referring to the books in general.
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
No, because there was one book that I really want to see like have kind of like the same influences as it did in Dune. It's a book that Jack recommended to me that he didn't finish himself.
Oh, I finally finished. Yeah, no, I finally
Red Wolf,
finished
Black
it.
Leopard. You finished
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay, we're talking about this after.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, I really want to see that into like a movie, and it doesn't even. And the book itself is kind of like in that same pace where it's like you can turn it into like this, this slow, like discovering who you are, like self-reflection type book. And obviously it might have to be like a two-parter too, if I'm being honest with myself. Or even
Yeah, technically a lot of books adapted to film should just be two-parters, but like, sometimes you could get away with this.
Oh shit!
If you make it a 3-hour long epic like Lord of the Rings thing, you could get away with it. But like,
I just realized that if I remember correctly, I think Michael B. Jordan got the film rights to it, so this might.
what, Black Leather, Red Wolf?
Yeah, Red Wolf, Black Leopard.
Oh, huh.
I got it. Well, see, that's the thing, though. Am I gonna get like this kind of Creed type shit?
They're gonna tone it down because that book gets.
Oh,
That book's
yeah.
kind of crazy. There's bestiality. It's like
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Peter.
cool.
all that shit.
What the
It-
fuck?
Oh yeah, Peter. If you haven't read it,
Oh,
yeah.
Pog. What is this called? Let me
And-
put it in my, let me put
and
it
I
in
guess-
my notes.
Pedophilia, I guess.
What the
Yeah,
fuck did you
kinda.
guys read?
Oh, don't worry though. It's all cool.
Say the fucking name one more time, please. I
It's
gotta look
Black
this up.
Leopard, Red Wolf.
Oh yeah, no, it's a really good book. It just got
No,
a
but it's
lot
really
of
good.
shit.
It's like it's like Game of Thrones, but if it was set in like more like African mythology and stuff like that. It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And they actually did an interview together, both the authors, so that was kind of cool. Anyways, Dune. But yeah, I think like, because I would kind of get mad when people are like, "Oh, I hate slow burn films." It's like, no, you just have a low attention span, or like maybe that slow film just, didn't pack much of a punch or
Oh,
whatever.
don't worry. I got
JJ.
you. They're fucking idiots. They're
We
fucking.
live
Yeah.
in the TikTok era, bro.
No. We got these mindless pieces of dog water. All right, that just like
Dog
suffocate,
water. Oh,
yeah,
that's
that
disgusting.
Suffocate
not even
our
piss, just the
field,
water.
our land, and they're just like straight up like 1,600 white people. They're just in our land for no fucking reason. Okay, and they just need to die.
I talked to my friends in my Discord about this because I asked them a while ago, what is your favorite part of the movie? And half of them said the beginning, and I asked them why. And they said it's because I don't pay attention after the first 20 to 30 minutes, so I don't remember what happens afterwards. And I'm like, what does that is such a shitty reason to like the first part.
I'll start paying attention once people start fighting. It's like this is
No, that's the
difference.
thing. That is
Yeah.
unfortunately the reality. That's what big
But
major
I think
markets want, aka the Chinese market wants.
Yeah.
Action-oriented
That's
movies.
kind of racist, Peter.
Yes,
No,
it
but
is.
it's true. Oh, never mind.
No, but yeah, no, it's that's just the market. The Chinese market wants action-oriented films.
That's why
And,
Fast and the Furious is still going.
like, yeah, Part 9 made $1 billion. Like,
Although I don't know how well Eternals will do because they got the homosexuals in there. Uh-oh.
no, yeah, like Marvel movies, Shang-Chi. As much as I liked it, I loved that movie. It is an action film through and through, and it absolutely did really well in China. It's a Chinese character being represented very well, with pretty good representation of Chinese culture in general. Like, people are gonna love that shit. Whereas something like Dune, it's like there's that action scene with the invasion and the trap finally being set up and like the explosions and shit. Like, I literally said this to my brother. I was like the Gordon Ramsay meme, like, finally some good fucking food, because like I can finally like get out of my coma of just learning shit.
Yeah.
Like, this shit's interesting, but it's like I'm like catatonic, bro. I literally can't do anything else.
No,
Whereas like
yeah.
that action scene, it's like you see Josh Brolin going like, "Let's get 'em, brothers, Atreides," and you're like,
Atreides,
and you're like, yeah, let's go, boys, let's go, action scenes, yeah. And then like after that, it's like, all right, here we go, strap back in, it's fucking Clockwork Orange, like you know.
But
like,
I
some
think
people feel that way.
Dune. I think Dune is actually proven the point that people actually do like slow burns as long as they're done kind of right, or as long as like the world is interesting around it, because like
as long as Timothy Chalamet is in it, slow burns.
No, I'm sorry. I understand where you're coming through, JJ, but it's the fucking
what gets them in the theater.
Famous
What I'm saying,
actors in animation, voice acting, like it's the same thing. Like nobody gives a shit. It's the actors, unfortunately.
No. I think what gets them in the movie is the actors, but after the movie, what they say, "Oh wow, this was really good," is the actual contents of the movie. I don't think it was all just like, "Oh wow, Timothy."
We'll see what part two. We'll see what part two.
And
I mean,
if we're being honest though, it like if we're probably gonna get that one general ass audience, not even one, probably the multiple of like the general ass audience member be like, "Oh wow, Eternals was great. It was on the same level as Dune." And
if anyone says that,
I would actually freak out, man.
Well, have you heard? Like, already the MCU fans are like, "Oh, why the fuck is this a 61% of Rotten Tomatoes? This is the lowest freaking MCU film." It's like, let's be honest, most MCU movies are like a 60%.
Our average, they're just okay.
they're fine. They're fun action
and if
movies.
you
That's all they are.
Why we think that, audience? Check out the video right here. Pop it up. Whoa. All right, so
Wacky.
For our audio listeners, if you do shit like that, I'm sorry. There's no video popping up for you, fucking losers.
Radical, yeah.
Whoa. Kill your parents.
I want you to put in like crazy sound effects there. Just go ahead, like
wah. But
yeah, it's just we've been over this on many different podcasts. I feel like audience retention, like it's the same thing why nobody likes turn-based RPGs anymore. It's the same reason why people don't.
I just want to hit the X button a whole lot of Sora in the game.
Why people don't watch
white people?
Like fucking why
people.
Why damn white people are so cringe.
Wait, are you actually saying white people?
Yes. No.
Stop,
Marquis. Why?
Why people?
White people.
So you said white people.
Yeah,
I'm like, why are we singling out the whiteys? I mean, they've done plenty wrong.
I get
but
that you're older than me, but you're not that much older.
Dude,
than me,
I have
man.
such a bigger dick. It's so crazy, man. I can barely lift it, you know.
Wait, what?
It's a fucking
I feel bad for you. You can't.
Anyway, yeah, I know. Anyways, my favorite scene is the box scene, like because that's like the first scene in the book, and like they nailed it.
It is. I didn't even know that. Like I was listening to the audiobook and I was like, why are they starting with this? This isn't how the movie did it.
Yeah. But it still works, I feel like.
No, yeah, because a lot of the scenes that come after in the book are prior scenes in the movie. And,
I will say though,
different.
I felt bad for again, I'm forgetting the actress's name again, but for
Rebecca Ferguson.
Jessica, when she's walking out in that dress and the wind is just fucking going crazy.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then like her whole scene with Paul in the thopter or whatever, and she has those beads on. I'm like, how are you keeping a straight face right now? Like those beads must be just like.
She's been wearing a mask for like a year and a half now, probably. So she's like, it's a bead now. I don't care. I've been wearing this stupid fucking thing for the last year and a half to go get a Starbucks coffee.
We didn't even talk about the one that got gender swapped. What the fuck?
Oh, the doctor.
Yeah, the doctor.
The
planet.
doctor?
No, the planet. Geographer. The one that like
the Furman lady who like dies trying to get like a.
You say
worm.
Furman? It's Fremen.
Fremen, whatever. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, she was great.
Fake.
I won't spoil it, but her death is different in the book, and
spoil it. Book in terms of the book.
Yeah,
like, we've been saying a lot of shit.
But like,
whoa, guys! Spoiler alert!
Wacky. Skip to this time code.
Skip to it. Just brings them back to the beginning of the.
And then immediately it's like, yo, the box scene though. No, but like, her death was awesome. With she grabs the thumpter,
yeah,
and then like they're just like, why is the ground melting?
If I'm gonna die, you're all coming with me.
With the sandworm, oh, the sandworm was so cool. However, so what do you guys think where they left off? Where like one of them is riding the sandworm? Do you like that or not?
Do I
look?
Not
I
like
already
cool
I know
things?
a lot of stuff about Dune, so I'm
Are
okay
you
with
like
it.
what? Like, why would I not like that? Who the fuck?
Like,
doesn't
do you feel
that?
like because this is my one criticism. A little bit like for the book too, like in the book they like really make these sandworms into these giant menacing things, which they still are, but like I feel like them writing it, I mean the way they portray it in the movie is not as goofy, but like ever since that fact it's like, oh well, like the Fremen ride them, which makes them badass but kind of demystifies the sandworms a little bit, because it's like, oh, now they're Epona from Ocarina of Time. They could just ride them whenever the fuck they want.
So again, I haven't read the book, so this is a take of one person has read.
But like
the book.
going forward, do you fear that might look goofy, or that might take away from the sandworm?
Going forward, I would like not to be interrupted, but
fuck you.
You mean fuck me? Fuck you for interrupting me, bitch. Bad.
All right, go ahead with your stupid point.
My stupid point. Oh, fuck you, it's not a stupid point. Okay, the idea that the Fremen ride the sandworms, but not like any other people. Like I feel as though because Paul is the main character, the motherfucker's gonna be riding a sandworm. I feel like that's gonna happen eventually. Like, oh come on, he's a main character. You telling me he's not gonna do that shit? I could be surprised. Who knows? But but the fact that it's more of like a Freeman trait, to do such like a feat as to like ride them big motherfuckers. I see it as like, all right, that's something that the Freeman can do that no one else can do. So it's like kind of like as same as their combat techniques when they're in the sand.
But my question is, does that make the Fremen and the sandworm cooler, or just the Fremen? Because like in the beginning, the sandworms are built up as like this massive like giant threat. They're almost treated like a xenomorph in the first Alien. Like they're showed very sparsely, but when they do show up, big giant shit happens. Right. And now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, now they're riding them. Mm-hmm. It's the aliens effect. It's like, oh, now there's more aliens.
I don't feel that way. I think
no? Okay. It might just be me.
It's fine. I like, it doesn't make them any less menacing.
But it's kind of cool.
It makes the Freeman, John, Zendaya's people.
Wow, what you trying to say?
It just makes them cooler. It makes them more badass. Like, oh, they can write it, but like
we can't.
No one else can, right? Like that's the whole purpose of that. That's the whole reason why the Atreides are okay with going to that planet, because they're like, yo, they may think they're trapping us, but we could get these guys on our side and we'd have sand power.
Oh, Leto, you silly Duke, you.
We might have air power, we might have sea power, but
we don't have desert power.
Desert power.
See, it's kind of like black people with nigga, all right? So it's like...
Why we... All right, go ahead, Markeith.
See, we can...
What?
See, we can say it, right? But...
I unplugged my mic by accident. This might actually fuck up a lot of shit.
Oh, shit. I'm
God
sorry.
damn it. I can't hear you guys.
Go ahead about your point.
So stupid.
So...
I don't understand that. I want you to explain this as thoroughly as you can, because I don't understand what that has to do, what this has to do with the N-word. I really don't.
Okay, so think about this. Now, there's power in the word, and some people, when they try to say it, as if, you know, you try to ride the worm, you do it successfully, and you do it with no ease.
Yeah.
And there are some people who try to ride the worm that just get eaten up alive and then swallowed up and then chewed out into the abyss, and no one loves them.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Okay.
Anyways, I can't wait for all the takes on this film, which have already been on, where like people are just gonna read the wiki and be like, wow, the Dune series is sexist, fascist, and all that shit. And it's like, no.
I like how
it goes against all those things.
I like how you jokingly look at me, but like I'm gonna say that at all. I literally have been saying I can't wait for them to adapt the God Emperor.
Because everyone's like, oh, well, like Paul is like a white savior thing, and it's like, no, that's not the point of the book, you fuck. But like just reading from the wikis, you would just maybe, I don't know. I don't read the wikis, but like it's just I don't know. I can't wait.
Look here,
because I already know it's coming.
You're already gonna get white savior. You're gonna get fat shaming. You're gonna get racism. You're gonna get
that bad guy is Harkonnen and he's fat.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna get like worm races. You're gonna get PETA on this shit.
I don't think you're gonna get any.
Why are they writing the worms? They were free, man.
You're gonna get people like talking shit about, oh, this is offensive to the Middle East. You're gonna get like, oh, spice.
No, it's not. It's specifically saying, leave them alone.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to Spice, like the Spice Girls. So you hate the Spice Girls, huh?
It's all about how we take shit from cultures and then don't give back.
I think the only actual thing people are going to complain about is that Zendaya is not in the movie for more than 10
Exactly.
minutes.
I'm more talking about the next movie, but yeah, people are already complaining.
Why is my queen not in this for like 20 minutes?
What the fuck? I saw this 2.5-hour movie and my queen didn't show up.
Why does she have blue eyes when she's clearly black? Like, stop.
They did the eyes well too, because in the book they're completely blue, like a solid blue, but like they did the eyes good too.
Why do my minorities
that wouldn't have
blue eyes? That makes no sense.
What, like they're white? Is Zendaya gonna dye her hair blonde next? Like, what the fuck?
Hey yo.
Just gonna,
but do you guys like how?
Jackson Harry.
Hey,
wow, that's racist as fuck, Peter.
Oh, that was racist. Yeah.
No, but I like the part where the Dr. Yue, I think her name's, where like before she does the thunder thing, before like the dudes come and sneak attack her, she calls for the worm and then she what looks like weapons, and people are like, oh, is she about to fight something or something with those? But those hooks are actually used.
I actually kind of
to ride the sandworm.
Like early, like when she just had the hooks on, it's like, well, she's clearly not gonna fucking like walk through this whole shit. If she's calling herself a Freeman, it's like.
But some people might assume like, oh, those just because in the trailers it made it look like, oh, those are like weapons. She's about to fight something or whatever. But really, they're actually for riding.
Because she calls the worm up, right, and she got the hooks in. And clearly, my thing is like, oh, she's gonna fight the worm. Like, no, like, she's not gonna fight the fucking worm. She's gonna ride a bitch. Like, is she?
What did you think, Peter? Did you get that, or do you?
Oh yeah.
Do you think she was about to fuck up some shit?
No. Why else would she? Why would she want to fight the worm out of nowhere?
That's
while
what I'm saying.
Chased by people. That makes.
I don't know.
Sense.
I was just thinking more like.
Like what? That sounds like
for people who didn't know, maybe they might have.
Yeah,
that
sounds like
instead.
some.
Yeah, it's because people.
I'm thinking about the alpha
JJ.
dude bros, the football team. Like, oh, she's about to fuck shit up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That still doesn't even make any sense because she's being chased.
I just thought it was a
somebody.
cool shot. I thought it was a cool shot. Well, in the
it
book,
was a cool shot. Yeah.
It's a really
in the
cool
book,
shot. It just
never mind.
The logic of you'd have to be
how's
really
it interrupted, bitch?
You'd have to be really, really stupid to like not know that like she's gonna do something other
I just
than
thought
fight
it was.
the worm.
It's not explicitly
general
said.
audience.
I like how they betrayed it, but like it could, to people who don't know the Dune universe, be portrayed in another way, and then it's finally revealed at the end. Oh, cool! Those are actually hooks to ride the sandworms. Whatever. Let's get the fuck off this point. I was just trying to make a point.
Why does everyone want to keep going back to Jakku? I can't wait for somebody to make that reference. They're just gonna be like, "Why does everybody want to go back to Arrakis?"
Yeah, but anyways, I think we've been talking for a while. I think we should wrap this bad boy up. Dune is masterpiece. 10 out of 10. Loved it.
Yeah, I
no hesitation. Like I don't really find any flaws within this movie. Very minor nitpicks, but besides that, like
I know Peter's
it's
gonna
perfect.
say something about it, but like I actually had a fun
yeah, of course he is, because he's a beta cuck. But
that wasn't my reasoning for it.
Well,
I am not a
he's
beta
gonna be like,
cuck.
well, you guys, actually, I didn't really like how the announcement. Like,
I have been playing
whatever.
Devil May Cry 5 as Virgil. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Okay.
Nah, you played as 5 or whatever the fuck his name is. V, the fucking Hot Topic motherfucker.
Who's actually
with the cane?
I mean, he's just an extension.
Which is actually Virgil.
Virgil,
Yeah,
so,
alright, you
like...
fucking idiot.
I'm not the idiot you are. You
nerd.
call him Hot Topic Loser.
You
literally has the same
topic.
voice actor and everything. But whatever.
Wow, you look like Sora, but if he aged poorly.
I look like Sora if he got pussy.
Instead of pussy, he got pussy.
I look like Sora, except his king is King Bugs Bunny.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that's a trend now. Someone drew an illustration of the scene where Goofy dies, but instead it's Daphne. it's Bugs Bunny. That's what it's like. They're gonna pay for this. That's and he's got the Mickey Mouse get up, and I'm like, I fucking hate
this. You're bringing up fucking
Kingdom Hearts.
I want someone to do mods of just replace Donald and Goofy with Porky Pig.
I'm still not
Daffy
over
Duck.
the Kingdom Hearts thing you did, bro. I'm still having trauma about that.
I wake up in cold sweat.
Check out this video over here.
Yeah, ever since Sora came out in Smash, I'm like, damn, maybe I should have paid attention in JJ's video. I would appreciate.
Yo, it all connects to the lore, my guy.
I would actually appreciate this character just a little more if I actually played the games.
My favorite part of that podcast is when I say, so Roxas was never a nobody, and everyone's just like, what?
No.
JJ, you've been saying this whole time. Anyways, very off topic. We're going to edit all this out.
No,
keep it in.
I like the movie. I want to rewatch it again because I've been listening to the audiobook, so like I kind of want to rewatch the movie one more time and really get more of a sense of like how I truly feel about it. But yeah, I like it. It's definitely something I want to keep watching and keeping a part of and getting into the books and kind of.
Let's get to God Emperor Dune, baby.
That's my dream. That is my dream.
That is my dream.
I want God Emperor to be adapted, and I want to see it on screen. I want to see it. I want to see an audience having to take seriously one of the characters.
What happens?
I really do. Like, you're saying how goofy their outfits are, bro.
Bruh, no, it gets way
It's gonna be really hard to take seriously.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Read the books.
Don't look up anything online, bro, because I feel like Markeith, you would be the one to just
Don't even look at the God Emperor like covers, because that just spoils it. Basically.
Yeah, that as well.
Oh yeah, no, I am just gonna be well away from this unless it's fucking handed to me on a silver platter on Instagram or something.
I mean, you have Audible, so you could just actually listen to the books and join the Dune agenda.
All right, everybody. Thank you all for
thank you
listening
so
to the podcast. Markeith, where can we find you?
In my room.
All right, you guys can find me at you can find Peter at Offline Studios. I might be making videos. I have to get off my Destiny addiction to do stuff.
Destiny.
You're such a fucking degenerate.
What do you think I was? What do you think I was doing before this? I was playing one mission for 45
remember
minutes.
when we were gonna do that podcast like 2 weeks, and then you were just like, "I'm playing Destiny."
What did that happen?
Loser. Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, you want to record Friday?" And you were just like, "Oh man, the new Destiny extension pack came out." I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but fuck you.
Oh, that was legit though. Now it's like I should
idiot.
stop playing.
Yeah, please stop.
I want to. November, there's
But
no
at the
new
same
content.
time,
there's no new content, so I can actually get off of the game and like do actual work.
I've been trying to edit my original Big 3 video for the longest time.
I have to write
but then
my videos.
Zelda Breath of the Wild happened.
That's
and
more.
I was like, oh boy,
that is more acceptable than Destiny.
It's way more acceptable into Destiny. You fucking idiot.
Yeah, you can catch me at Offline Studios and We Sell Dirt. So JJ, let us know where we could find you, which is already on this fucking channel.
On this fucking channel, idiot, fucking loser,
such
baby
a
back
beta
bitch,
cuck loser,
fucking. And that's not in the Fremen way. It's in the human way. It's disrespect. I spit on you. Anyways, yeah, Sister Sheep.
Limp dick loser.
Me and Markeith are coming up with something special, so hopefully that comes out soon. I still gotta give the footage to Spencer.
Yeah.
I might just edit it myself. I don't know. But yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for joining in the Dune agenda, and peace out.
Bye.
I have stopped